Hello everyone, I'm MatZap, and this is the Mega Man X Legacy Collection, a compilation of, as you may expect, all the Mega Man X games. There's actually two of these, because there's 8 Mega Man X games, and so they split them into 4 per collection. So, obviously this one has the first 4, the second collection has the other 4. And then a new feature is the challenge mode, which, as you can read, you fight 2 bosses at once. Because, for those of you who don't know, the Mega Man games, like all the different versions, like the classic Mega Man series, the X series, you know, Mega Man Legends or whatever. Well, maybe not that one, but they all have, like, they're all centered around a bunch of boss fights. And so this one is you fight 2 of them at once instead of just 1 at a time. Yeah, so we're gonna play through the Mega Man X games one by one, obviously. And yeah, let's start with the first one. So a couple asides. This is in the like blended mode, or I don't really know what it's called specifically, but it basically is supposed to make the pixels like smoother or something like that. But and then another side is the background, like the stuff on the sides, is actually a like, I guess, secret to the Legacy Collection. It's not really that cool, and it's not really that much of a secret, but it is, I don't know, interesting, I guess. So, meanwhile, the game is just doing this weird, like, exposition segment. Warning, X is the first of a new generation of robots which contain an innovative new feature, the ability to think, feel, and make their own decisions. However, this ability could be very dangerous. If X were to break the first rule of robotics, a robot must never harm a human being. The results would be disastrous, and I fear that no force on Earth could stop them. Approximately 30 years will be required before we can safely confirm his reliability. Unfortunately, I will not live to see that day, nor do I have anyone to carry on my work. Therefore, I've decided to seal him in this capsule, which will test his internal systems until his reliability has been confirmed. Please do not disturb the capsule until that time. X possesses great risks as well as great possibilities. I can only hope for the best. September 18th, 20XX. Thomas Light. Yeah, so for those of you who don't know, T. Light or Thomas Light, he's actually in the classic Mega Man series, which he was known as Dr. Light. Yeah, the classic series of Mega Man actually takes place 100 years before the Mega Man X series, and so obviously Dr. Light's long dead and essentially forgotten by time. But I don't know. I was gonna say something, but I kind of forgot what it was. This is the intro stage. Pretty simple stage. There's a lot of these blue, like, juggernaut guys. There's also a lot of these flying people. I won't go into all, like, the details of, like, oh, what's new between the regular Mega Man series and the X series, because pretty much anything I do say at this point has already been said about the X series, because there's like a bajillion reviews of the game, and also like just the fact that the games exist in the first place. But yeah, these originally came out on the Super Nintendo and were made in the hope of kind of innovating the Mega Man X, or the Mega Man series as a whole, and they did their job well. Because X has a charge shot, and he later gets some more cool stuff that we will see as we progress. Let's see what else. So, I don't know. There's not a whole lot to talk about for this first stage because it's pretty linear and obviously straightforward. But interesting thing about because each Mega Man X game has an intro stage, and you know typically there's a final boss, or not a final boss, but like a boss at the end of the stage. This game is the only one where you can't actually beat that that boss, and that's specifically for the purposes of the plot. I also probably should have taken more hits during that car part, just to speed it along. Hit me! Yeah, so this purple Boba Fett-like robot is known as Vile, and he doesn't appear in a lot of the X games. I always liked his look though, because you know he looks kind of like Boba Fett. You worthless piece of scrap metal. Did you think you could defeat me? That was not a good voice, I apologize. Yeah, so then, this cutscene, we get saved by Zero, who's much cooler than X, in my opinion, but also much stronger. And I think the whole purpose of his character is kind of to be like, you know, the goal you're trying to reach, you know. As you can see here, X is like, I guess I'm not powerful enough to defeat him. X, you shouldn't expect to defeat him. He's designed to be a war machine. Remember, you have not reached full power yet. If you use all the abilities you were designed with, you should become stronger. Excuse me. You may even become as powerful as I am. I'll scout ahead and collect as much information on Sigma's fortress as I can. I'll meet up with you when you get there. See you later. X, I know you can do it. Yeah, Zero is kind of like the goal, like, of the game in a sense where, like, yeah, you want to be as good as him because he's so powerful and everything. Anyway, so now this is where kind of like the repeated formula of the games come in, where, as you can see, there's 8 different bosses we have to fight and go through their stages, and each one works on another boss because whenever you beat one of the bosses, you get a special weapon from them, which then you can use on another boss to hopefully beat that boss easier. Now, the boss that everyone starts off with is this guy, because you get an item, or we have to get an item, that ends up being way better for the entire series. Or like, way more helpful at least. Ow. Yeah, so sorry, I'm kind of distracted for some unknown reason. Yeah, there isn't any ice physics with this level, which is really nice. I mean, I wouldn't mind it with ice physics, I guess, but it's much nicer without it. Ugh. Whew. Alright. Actually, yeah, so one cool, like, technical aspect of this game is when you're running down a ledge, you actually have higher jump. Like, your jump is just naturally higher. Oh, sorry. So, usually, if you want to, you can try to do like a what am I trying to say? A hill jump, and it will allow you to jump up higher by a little bit. So going back to what's on screen, we have Dr. Light who makes these capsules, and I'll just read off what he says. X, I gave you the ability to choose your own path in life. And I hoped the world would allow you to choose a peaceful one. But now it seems that you are destined to fight. Because I thought the world might need a new champion, I have hidden capsules like this one. If you find and use them, you will be able to increase your powers beyond anything the world has ever known. Step into this capsule and receive an acceleration system to boost your speed. Good luck, X. The weird thing is that these are all pre-recorded messages, although in like the way it's written, it's like he almost knows that there's a war going on. He's like, but now it seems like you must fight. It's like, what if X just found this randomly and, you know, just stumbled upon it? But anyway, so now we have the dash, which is, as I was saying earlier, is an extremely useful tool for literally every possible reason. I think, actually, so like, not only are you able to obviously go faster, and then you can dash jump off of walls, since you can do wall jumps in this game, obviously. But I believe that if you do like a regular shot, but you do it while you're dashing, it actually does much more damage than just standing there and just shooting them. But I'm not totally sure on that one. Anyway, so now we're at the boss room, or well, next room will be the boss room. And Chill Penguin's not too hard. I mean, he's like the easiest of every Mega Man X game, pretty much. He's not exactly like easy for beginners by any means, but like he's probably the easiest. If that makes any sense. And I've played this game many times, so I'm more than comfortable with fighting him. I'm not like speed running skill level of this game, obviously, but I am relatively good from just playing the games a whole bunch. And now we have shotgun ice, which is actually kind of cool. It doesn't show it here, but if it hits a wall, then it like ricochets and like kind of spreads out. So that's where like the shotgun part of it comes out. Because obviously, you know, it spreads and that's what a shotgun does. But so when it comes to weakness order, we would actually go to this guy next, but it's actually easier if you go to this place first, just because then there's a mini boss in the other guy's place that is much easier with the Storm Eagle's weapon. So we're gonna go there, or here first. Also has one of like the best soundtracks of the entire first Mega Man X game. Okay. We have resumed progress. Actually, speaking of progress, there's a secret hidden over here. So these heart tank things, as you might have noticed, they increase your maximum HP, which is obviously useful. And each stage has one, so, and I think they fill you up or give you an extra 2 like ticks of HP or whatever. So overall you get basically double the amount of health by the end of the game, if you collect them all, obviously. Which, getting all the collectibles in this game makes this a lot easier. I mean, kind of obviously, but like, the final boss is really hard, even with all the collectibles. Mostly because of how much damage he does. Okay, now we just got this platforming section that's kind of slow, but it's not that big a deal. If you ever notice me, like, in this section, like, jumping randomly, then it is probably because I'm trying not to let the enemies respawn, because with this game, if the spot where an enemy would spawn in, if that goes off screen and then comes on screen, then the enemy respawns. So I can make this section extremely slow because if you don't do it right, then everything just kind of comes back and you're just stuck sitting on one spot. Also, here's some mashing for you. Normally you need fire for that, but if you just mash enough, then you can get it. This capsule contains an enhancement for your helmet, which will allow you to break some ceilings with a headbutt. A power beyond this world's imagination. Yes, the headpiece of this first armor is pretty much useless. It gives you like one other armor piece and then like does a couple other things throughout the game, but overall it's useless. I mean, I guess it's cool, but like, meh. It looks cool. But... oh crap. Okay, that was my bad. I just misinputted or some other excuse that I can use. Oh, actually not too far back. Now, speed running is not working out. Okay, so there's two turrets that I almost always get hit by here. Yep. I always get hit by that first one. This first Mega Man X game is probably one of the more unique ones because that like way of getting into the boss room where like, you know, there's the door and then you go down a ladder and then go to the right. That's, as far as I know, that's never done again, pretty much. Yeah, so this is Storm Eagle. He's actually pretty easy. If you don't have the dash boots on, he's really hard though, because then he can't dash through his wind moves. And you have to have much quicker reaction to these like, I don't know what, like suicide bombing moves. Which she loves doing apparently. Can you just do more wind attacks, please? That makes this a lot quicker. Okay, apparently he heard me, just kept doing a bunch of wind attacks. You are able to hit him when he's doing these dive bombs, but it's kind of hard to do it. Got one there. Oh. It only makes a sound when he comes from the left side. I think that's a bug, actually. because I have a SNES Classic, which is like basically a small console that tries to emulate SNES games, and this Mega Man X is on there, and he makes a sound every time he comes, no matter which side. But for some reason, he only makes a little sound from the left. At least for me. I don't know if that is okay in the recording or not, but... Okay, so I think that's enough time for this episode. So thank you all for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you all in the next video.